Hello, I'm Julia Mezer and I am an independent hairstylist and I work in Sudbury, Massachusetts. I thought that it would be really informative if I showed you a little bit of second day hair tips. I personally have very fine hair, and sometimes second day or third day hair is a little tricky for us. So I thought that it would be really interesting to see what I do, and maybe you'll pick up something that helps you. So to get started, I have a few things that are necessary, right? So we have dry shampoo. That's very important here. For the purposes of this video, I have already brushed out my hair and used my dry shampoo because it's a process. Spray it on. You want your hair to turn white, and then it'll absorb all the oils. It'll start to not be white anymore, and then you can go in and do like a shampooing motion where you kind of rub it into your scalp a little bit, and then you can brush it out. So this is just a regular wet brush, and I also have a comb here. I have a clip, some rollers here of different sizes. These ones get warm in the middle, but that's not necessary. Some clips for the rollers and a curling iron. Okay, so yesterday I blow dried my hair with a little bit of a heat protector in it. That's important because then when you go to do second day things, there's already some sort of heat protection in there, and that's important. Oh, and I also have some hairspray. So with all that being said, let's get going. So like I said, I've already done my dry shampoo routine, and then I am going to section off from behind my ears here back like this, and then let's just get that out of our way. Okay. Then you want to split this in the back here in half, okay? And then that will make it be easier so that we're not trying to, break our shoulders to do what we need to do. So this is a 1-inch curling iron. If you want a looser style, use a bigger curling iron. If you want a tighter style, use a smaller curling iron. So with my first section, I'm gonna take it and then I'm gonna just brush it like this. Then I'm gonna take my hairspray and just do one pass on the front and one pass on the back. And then I'm gonna rebrush that again to distribute. Then with my clip facing outwards, can you see? Facing outwards, I'm going to smooth out the top, curl that in, take the clip, kind of push it down a little bit, and then hold this part here. And then I'm gonna hold it there for a second, and then I'm gonna work my way down, and then I'm going to do that again. And that way, the top part of your hair is curled just as much as the bottom part. And I'm working my way down until I can't see the hair anymore. And then I'm going to just hold it there for a second. And I kind of do a little bit of a tap, a very gentle tap, just to see if it's getting warm, because you want it to be warm but not hot. And if there's smoke coming out, that's also not good. You don't want to do that. So then I'm gonna let this go. And then do you see how it's a ringlet here? I'm going to now take a big roller, and I'm going to while it's still really hot, I'm going to take this and wrap it around and make sure that the end is smooth so that there's no weird kinks to it, and just bring it up. Take a clip, come behind, and just clip it on, okay? Then we're gonna do the other side and do the exact same thing. So the clip is on the outside, we smooth it down, we roll it up, and then we kind of work our way up. Oh, I didn't spray this, but that's okay. We'll spray it at the end before we do the roller, okay? And then we just hold it there and tap, tap, tap. Tap, 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 just to make sure that it's getting warm. And then we can release it. And then because we didn't spray on the first step, let's just kind of do a little, you know, spritzy, spritzy. And then we take another roller and we go from the bottom and smooth it out. I'm trying to work backwards here, sorry, bear with me. And then we are here like that, and it should look relatively similar on both sides. Okay. Okay, so we have that. It should look like little Princess Leia. And that takes care of the whole back. So, takes care of the whole back, okay? Then moving up, what I like to do is I like to keep my hair parted where I part it. And then I take like a triangular section right here and get this out of my way. Okay, so you see that? Then because we forgot the hairspray, we can just do the whole, thing, okay? So now I'm going to take this section where's this coming from? Here we go. And I'm gonna take this whole section, give it a little brush, just so that there's no tangles. And then with the clip up, I'm going to, with the clip down, I'm going to just take the whole thing and make sure that it's in your iron and roll it away from you, okay? And then keep rolling it up and down. And that's okay if some falls out, because we will go back and recurl that. Yeah, so like these pieces, we'll just go back in. Oh. Okay, that's better. And then we just want to make sure that it goes down all the way to the end. So I'm tapping my curling iron. And then you do a little tippity tap. Oops. And then I'm gonna do another little spray. Then I'm gonna take a smaller roller. and put it on top like this. And then pin it in. Oops. Like that. Then I'm going to take this whole section, I'm going to brush it out. And then do the same thing. The clip goes on the bottom, and then you smooth it down and up. And then you kind of just work your way. In the front here, you want everything to be going away from your face, because then that's how you get those nice billowy waves that everybody loves these days. Okay, and so I'm gonna do another little spritzy spritz. Then I'm gonna take another roller, smooth that out a little on top like this, and then roll it up, and then hook it in. And it's okay if it's not like perfect, like, do you see? It's okay. We don't want it to be perfect. Okay, so then for me, this top part, I'm just gonna take everything and brush it forward. I'm gonna do a spritz. Okay. Gonna do a spritz and just kind of disperse it through. Then I'm gonna take this whole section. You could probably still see some of my dry shampoo in there actually, which is okay because we're gonna be zhuzhing anyways. So then you take this and you put your clip close to you and you just do the same thing. You roll it up, and then you kind of just continue to, and it's okay if some falls out because we don't need it to be perfect here. Okay, so then we do a little like tippity tap, tippity tap, tippity tap, tip, 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 tip. Okay, so then that is gonna be good. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a spray. I'm gonna take my last roller, which is pretty small, and I'm going to, do you see how it's flush? And then I just roll up like this, okay? If you have more hair than me, you can do like 2 or 3 rollers on the top. I just like to do 1 because I find that it gives me the most volume where I need it the most, which is right in the front, because I don't know if you can see, but you can see right to my scalp here. So if you want more volume, you just direct everything forward and 1 roller. If you have more hair and you want more volume in the crown, I haven't put any rollers in my crown because I like to have my volume more in the front. But if you like to have it more in the crown, by all means, section the crown out and you can put 2 rollers here. Okay, so now I'm just gonna do a spray on everything. Okay, we want these to cool completely. So if you know, in the morning you do this, you make breakfast, you put makeup on, you run your errands, like do anything. And then you can just, when everything is, you know, pretty cool, which it is, you just take the clips out. So I'm gonna start with the first one I did, which is over here. And then you just kind of pull that out. And do you see how that gives me a nice little wave? And then I'm gonna spray that. And if you notice, I'm just doing like a little spray. I'm not like shh, because then if you do too much, it can become sticky and unmanageable. So then I'm gonna go over here, because this was my second one. I'm gonna brush that out, and then I'm just gonna twirl it around my finger. Look, you know, and then give it another little spray. This was my next one. So I'm gonna do the same thing. And I'm gonna twirl it around my finger. Gonna give it a nice little spray. This was my next one. A little spray. And then I'm just gonna take this one down. And when I take this one down, I'm going to brush it back, because this is what's gonna help with the volume. So I'm gonna go like this. I'm just gonna take that out, and then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna spray a little bit here. Then I'm gonna part it where my part is. And then you just zhuzh. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the top part and just roll it around my fingers a little bit to get a little bit of that volume, and so that way it's, you know, distributed into everything else. And yeah, I think that looks pretty good. There you have it. A nice second day volumized do. Thanks everybody. I hope you learned something. If there's any questions, please let me know. And I had so much fun making this. Thanks.